What's going on YouTube? Today it's gonna be part 3 of pulling this. So basically right now I'm looking at this, and once again, like I said, I've never done this. Ooh, got fuel dripping. But I'm trying to figure out a way to get this fuel rail off, and this where my wires go to, this whole harness thing. To me it's not looking like there's a way, because it's connected to this and it's got wires running into here. I'm sure that there's a way to do it, but for my case right now, I think I'm just gonna move it out of the way as much as I can, and then I'm gonna start disconnecting pretty much everything that's to the engine. So that, and then down at the bottom I have to get the drive shaft still. My buddy Brian's on his way and he's gonna help me, so let's get to it. So the first thing I did was unplug this from here and this from here. These two I labeled them, but the thing is, like, this front one has a blue little sticker on it, and this is blue, so I mean that's pretty self-explanatory. But now I'm unhooking this line. I might have to take a screwdriver to it, but I just figured I'd show you guys that, because like I said, I'm gonna try to show you everything, because I know a lot of people just fast forward through these things and don't show you the nitty-gritty. But I'm gonna take this off, so I'll be right back. Look who showed up. Yeah. So I got that off. Next I'm taking this line off, this big one down here. I'm not sure if you guys can see, probably not. Yeah, now you can. This one right here. I'm gonna take that off, and I'm also gonna take this line off too, right here. Then after that, I'm gonna try to move as much shit out of the way as I can, so I can see, and then go from there. Alright, so what I did next was, there's these two little clips that hold this whole group of wires, and one was a 13 and one was a 10. The 13's in the back, 10's up front. Now it's free, but there's something holding it. And I'm assuming it's just like a bunch of wires in the way and stuff like that, unless there's one down here. But I'll unplug this. And let's see what else. There's knock sensors. Gotta undo those, but I want to get this stuff out of the way first. There's gotta be one more thing connected to it somewhere. Yeah. Feeling. There's a clip. There's wires running down here. Alright, I'm gonna try to get a flashlight and look down there. I'll be right back. I figured I'd give you guys an update what I've been dealing with. It's not fun, but alright, so look in here. It's a bunch of wires. I disconnected them. I probably should have labeled them, so that's gonna be fun when I get to that point of putting it back. But there's wires connected to the starter, and they run all through the thing. I figured, hey, just take a couple bolts out and then I can move all the wires out of the way. Well, I was wrong. So there's these wires run all through there and then down into the back of the alternator. So I figured, hey, instead of messing with the starter wires, let's just mess with the alternator wires, because there's only, you know, 2, whatnot, and I don't feel like messing anything up with the starter. If that is a starter, I'm assuming. I'm pretty sure it is. I don't know what else it could be. My flux capacitor. But yeah, so I figured, hey, I'll just undo these. So I undid it, and there's 2 wires, and lo and behold, it goes into this loom. So taking off the alternator wires was kinda pointless. Well, no, because if I want to move this out of the way, I still gotta have this undone, because obviously it goes in the loom. So now I'm in the middle of taking off these wires. There's a ground right there, but that's looks like it's straight connected to, yeah. So it looks like there's only 4 wires: the ground, the power, and these 2. So I'm gonna disconnect these, and then hopefully I can, at that point, move everything out of the way and be able to see what else I need to disconnect. So
so a little key advice from me. Been watching him for about an hour now, and it's best if you just buy a JDM car. It's just simple and easy.
don't you trade on me. Don't you trade on me. But no, I mean, obviously every car has its flaws, and this obviously is all the electrical stuff. I'll admit it. I mean, it's a pain in the ass. But enough bitching. I hate bitching about different cars and stuff like that, unless we're by ourselves.
Yeah, we do.
Because then everybody else just has a fucking opinion and has to open their mouth. It's annoying. But
Jeeps are the best.
who's that to?
Fuck. God damn it. Jason. There we go. I'm gonna start with a J. J Sweezy.
Oh shit. Alright, so let me get these wires out and see what happens. Alright, so now I got the wires and everything out of the way. Basically, after you do basically everything I just said, there's a wire that's just let me see if I can find it on here. Right here. This wire is, if I can get it untangled. That was Brian.
My bad.
But okay, there we go. 20 minutes later. This wire connects to your transmission and your O2 sensor. It sneaks down, and that's the only thing that was holding it back for me. In order to get the actual wire out instead of cutting it, I just decided to cut the little bracket, because I mean, whatever, it's just a bracket, you know. And it's really thin metal, so I mean, it's not a big deal. If I have to, I'll just, you know, weld it, but I'm not even really that worried about it. But got that out. So all this is off the engine. Now, I think next I gotta look into the power steering, because one, I don't want to drain all the fluid out of there. I might, I don't know. Not sure yet. But it's either that or disconnect the actual pump from the engine, which sounds a little bit easier. I might do that. I'm gonna look into it a little bit more and see what people think. But now I'm gonna start to go underneath and get the drive shaft if I can. We'll find out, because James said it was an 18, and I still haven't grabbed an 18. wrench anyway. He said we need a wrench. So let me get under there and look. And Brian ended up bringing a socket 18, which I think I have. I might, but I'm not sure. But we'll see. Let me get under there. I'll bring you guys with me. After looking around, trying to figure out what's next and everything, it's starting to get a little late. Brian's got work in the morning. As far as I know, the only thing I need to do now is that, which is the power steering pump. And then I have to take off the exhaust. And Brian came up with a good idea of, instead of disconnecting it at the gilbo, what do they call it? Gilbo, the bushing that, you know, connects to the drive shaft and the transmission. Instead of undoing it from there, it should just slide right out. So I'm gonna do a little research on it and see if it does. But disconnect it from the drive or differential, and then just slide it out after I take off the carrier bearing. I kind of want to replace that carrier bearing anyway, just because of the fact that, like, when I was driving this, it seemed a little messed up, but I don't know. It could be the gilbo. I don't know.
The whole car was messed up the first time we drove it.
But yeah, so I'm gonna take care of that. But for now, all the top end should be done. So stay tuned. Hopefully we're gonna do that tomorrow. So I should have another video out here really soon instead of once a week. If not, sorry. But yeah, so stay tuned, follow, like, share, subscribe, all that. And
I hope you enjoy.
all right, peace.